See your heart in everything you make. Thank you, Jesus. Every bird star will signify your grace. If creation sings your praises so loud. Hi everyone. Welcome to Cupido today. Don't speak in vain, the syllable empty of all. How are you? Happy New Year. For once you have spoken, nature and science follow the sound of your voice. And as you speak, 100 billion creatures catch your breath, evolving in pursuit of what you said. The earth reveals your nature so loud. I can see your heart in everything you say. Every page is sky, a canvas of your grace. The creation still obeys you so loud. Yes, yes, Lord. If creation still obeys you, so will I. Hi people, welcome to Cupido today. It's good to be here. Thank you for joining me today. Just hang in there, I'll be starting in a bit. Let's love on God a little bit. Hillsong United, singing So Will I. So will I. If the mountains bow in reverence, so will I. If the oceans roar your greatness, so will I. For if everything exists to lift you up, so will I. If the winds raise and it, so will I. If the rock cries out in silence, so will I. If the sum of all our praises still falls short, then we'll sing again 100 billion times. Yes, Lord. We'll sing again 100 billion times. Chase down my heart through all of my fear and pride. On the hill you created, light of the world, abandoned the darkness to die. And as you speak, 100 billion failures disappear, like they disappeared out of your life this year. Where you lost your life, so I couldn't find it here. If you left the grave behind, so will I. I can see your heart in everything you've done. Every part designed in a work of art called love. If you gladly just surrender, so will I can see your heart in different ways. Every precious one, a child you died to save. If you gave your life to love them, so will I. Like you would again 100 billion times. Measure cold amounts to your deeds, yeah. You're the one who never leaves the one behind. That's who God is. He's the one who never leaves the one behind. He's the one who never leaves the one behind. How are you today? Welcome to Cupido. It's so good to be here. I saw you last in 2021. Oh my goodness. Thank God you made it. Thank God you made it. Thank God you are here. It is so good to be here. It is so good to be in 2022. It is so good to be here January. I am so happy. I am so excited that we all made it. We give God all the praise. We give him all the glory. So today I'm welcoming you to Cupido. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being a part of this. We're going to be having a fine time today. Yeah, I tell you. I'm taking a look at my iPad. Yeah, I don't want it to go off on me. Yes. So I'm making sure it stays on for the duration of the time that I'll be here with you. So Cupido, for those who do not know what Cupido is all about, Cupido is a platform where we talk about love, anything love. You know, love as it has to do with you and your spouse, or love as it has to do with you and your siblings, or love as it has to do with you and your colleagues at work, or love as it has to do with you and your parents. Where there's a relationship, there's love in the mix. And so we're here to talk about that. How to work things out, you know, to discuss things, anything relationship, anything love. That is what Cupido is all about. And it's not I try to make it short, you know, but in some cases it might be longer than 15 minutes. I try to make it a 15, 20, 30 minutes session. And so today we are going to be looking at developing a relationship plan. And Cupido comes up once in a week, but of course after I'm done with the video I will be uploading it to my Instagram TV, and also taking it to YouTube, where you will find it on Adenike Selah. So today we are looking at developing a relationship plan. So don't miss Cupido, same time next week, 4 a.m. West African time, every Wednesday. We are here to discuss love and to discuss relationships. Yes, so let's set the ball rolling. Today, like I said, we're looking at developing a relationship plan. So for you to develop a relationship plan, that means you must have a relationship goal. Yeah. So if you do not have a goal, then you cannot have a plan, because you must have a goal before having a plan. The goal is where you're going to, the plan is how you get there. So really, what's a plan? I have here that plan, it means having a detailed proposal for doing something or achieving something, or an intention of what you're going to do. That's what a plan is all about. It's about you having a detailed proposal of having something, or for doing something, or achieving something, or an intention of what you're going to do. So a plan is you having an intention of what you are going to do. And then it also means a set of decisions. That's what a plan means. It also means a set of decisions about how to do something in the future. So a plan means a set of decisions about how to do something in the future. It is a method for achieving an end, and that end is your goal. So a plan is a method of for achieving an end. And then what's a goal? A goal means something you're trying to do, something you're trying to achieve. Remember, a plan means a method for achieving an end. So a goal is the end towards which an effort is, directed. That's what a goal is. The end towards which an effort is directed. A goal is an aim. A goal is a purpose. So when we say developing a relationship plan, we're talking about putting a method in place in order to achieve your relationship goal. So for you to say you have a relationship plan, that means that you have a relationship goal that you want to achieve, an end that you need a method to work towards. So to have a plan, there must be a goal, something to achieve, something you want changed, or something you want to happen in your life. So in the course of this week, I walked into an office and I saw a young lady there, and then pleasantries, happy new year and all that. And then I asked, are you getting married this year? And then she told me yes. Then I asked her when, and then she told me last quarter. And then, because I know her quite a bit, I asked, are you engaged? Because I wasn't aware that that she's engaged. And I asked, are you engaged? Are you in a relationship? And then she said no. What that told me was the fact that she's planning, she has a goal of getting married in the last quarter of this year. So that means that she needs to put a plan in place, first quarter maximum. By second quarter, she should be in a relationship. She should take intentional steps into being in a relationship for that to happen, for her to get married at the end of the year, in the last quarter of the year. If she does not take intentional steps now, there's no way she can get married, at the last quarter. Plans do not work themselves. Goals don't just happen, and I will get there later. You've often heard it said that if you have failed to plan, that means you have already planned to fail. If you have failed to plan, that means you have already planned to fail. But we hear it in the business sense. But as a matter of fact, it is not only in the business sense, in the business world, that this plays out. This actually plays out in every aspect of life. If you do not plan for any aspect of your life, then that means that you've already made up your mind to fail. And failure doesn't just come upon you. Failure does not just happen. Failure actually takes a process. It takes a process of time for failure to take place. And that's because you did not intentionally put a plan in place. So where you have put a plan in place, where you have intentionally put a plan in place, you work towards achieving a goal. So what's your goal relationship-wise this year? This is the first Wednesday in the month of January in the year 2022. What is your relationship goal this year? What have you decided that you want to achieve relationship-wise this year? What am I saying? What have you decided to do as it relates to your area of relationship? Maybe between you and your parents, or between you and your spouse, or between you and your siblings, or between you and your colleagues at work. What have you decided to do on your person, individually, as a person? Okay, this is my relationship goal this year. Have you sat down to think about that? If you haven't, this is a good time to actually do that. So as a married man, as a married woman, your relationship goal might include the fact that you want to love your spouse some more. You probably feel that you're not loving them enough, and so you're thinking, I want to love my spouse some more. Or you're thinking, I want to be more communicative. Or you're thinking, I want to be more attentive. So my spouse has been complaining to me that I've not been attentive enough. Okay, this year I want to be more attentive. Or maybe you have decided that this year you want to love your spouse. How they want to be loved. Because a lot of us, we make that mistake. We make that mistake. We make the mistake of loving our spouse the way we want to be loved. So I love my husband the way I want to be loved. But no, you're supposed to love your spouse the way they want to be loved. So I'm supposed to love my husband the way he wants to be loved, because we have different love languages. So have you discovered your spouse's love language? Then this year, one of your goals might be that you have decided to love them the way they want to be loved. And okay, so you might also have decided that this year you want to be supportive to your children, or you want to start investing for your children. You want to open a trust fund for them, or you want, or perhaps your relationship goal this year might be you want to have you want to begin to have kids, because some couples, when they get married, they decide the first 2-3 years they're not having children, and then they say, okay, now we start having children. And so you want to decide and say, okay, this year we want to start having kids. So if you want to start having kids, that's the goal, that by the end of the year you want to have probably a boy, a girl, or a set of twins. So that means you must put a plan in place. So as a married woman, as a married man, what is your relationship goal? And that is as it relates to your spouse. That is as it relates to your children. Other relationship goals as a married individual might have to do with how you relate with your parents. You want to relate with them some more. You want to get closer to them. You want to give more to them. Or it could be with you and your colleagues at work. So you must have a goal. And then when you have a goal, then that means you have to put a plan in place. As an individual, as a single individual, a single person, what's your relationship goal this year? So your relationship goal this year, like the lady I spoke to, might be to get married this year. Okay, so this year I want to settle down, or probably this year I want to move jobs. So I've been working at a particular place. Okay, I want to move, I want to go elsewhere. Or perhaps this year you want to be an entrepreneur. So you've been working somewhere, you've been an employee. Okay, this year I want to be an entrepreneur. Or probably this year you want to move accommodations, or you want to get a new accommodation. So what are your goals as it relates to your life? Your relational goals, your goal as it relates to your person, as it relates to every aspect of your life. What are those goals? When you have those goals in place, it is not enough to have the goals in place, because goals do not achieve themselves. You need to realize that goals do not achieve themselves. You have to put a plan in place for your goal to happen. Remember that the goal is the end that you're working towards, and the plan is the method you put in place to achieve that goal, to meet that end. So once you have a goal, then you put a plan in place. And it is not enough to put a plan in place. Beyond putting a plan in place, you have to work your plans. Yes, you have to work your plans. So how do you work your plans? You don't put your plan in place in your head. You have to put it down, pen on paper, or your mobile phone, in notes, or you use your iPad. You must put it down. You must put your plans down. Okay, this is what I want to do, and I'm doing it like this. Okay, I want to begin to invest for my children. So you want to put it down. You want to open a trust fund. What is the goal? You want to open a trust fund for your children. Good. How do you want to go about it? How much do you want to put? How often do you want to drop money into the account? Which of the institutions do you want to make use of? You need to sit down and think it through. The very act of sitting down and thinking through, you don't know what that does to your psyche. You don't know what that does to your person. So you sit down, you put down your plans. Beyond putting it down, you also begin to work it. So it's not enough to actually put down your plan, but putting down your plan, that's like 50% of the job done already, because you've sat down, you've typed with your hands or written with your pen, you've transferred your thoughts from your mind onto paper, from your mind onto your mobile phone, from your mind onto your system. Could be any form of pad. You've transferred your thoughts from there to there. So that's really something. But beyond putting it down, you also have to begin to take intentional steps every day towards achieving that goal, towards working the plan. So every day you do something that will take you closer towards achieving that goal. Okay? And then once you do that, you make up your mind that you must do an assessment. You must assess your plan. So it could be, once in a month, it could be twice in a month, it could be once in a quarter, but you must take out time to assess your plan. Why do you need to do assessments? You don't want to get to the end of the year to realize that you've been running around in circles, and the goal that you actually tried to achieve, the plan was not fit for the goal. It's like putting a ladder on a wall, and then you get up there and you discover that the ladder was actually leaning against the wrong wall. That wasn't the wall that the ladder was supposed to lean on. And that would have been a total waste of time. But when you do your assessments, probably quarterly, quickly, you know what's up. You know if you are taking the right steps. You know if you're actually working towards the goal that you want to achieve. So work your plan. When you write your goals and you create your plans, remember that the kind of goal that you want to achieve, the goal that you want to achieve will determine the plan that you make. So we have the short-term goal, the long-term goal, the middle-term goal. So also we have the short-term plan, the middle-term plan, and the long-term plan. So your goal might be one that could be on for 5 years, or could be one for 10 years. Your plan too must line up with your goals. And so you could break it down into short-term between 1 and 12 months. That's the short term. Midterm could be from 3 to 5 years. Midterm plan for midterm goals, and then you could, anything beyond 5 years is long term. So you break it down into chunks so that it will be easy for you to actually attain. So you edit your plans if you need to edit them. You continue with the plans if they are fine. If they are okay working for you, then you just continue with them. So there you have it. Short, simple, and classy. What are your relationship goals? So if you do not have a relationship goal yet, believe me, it is something that you need to sit down and think about. To sit down and think about. In my family, every month, and then we have a family meeting. Because I knew that we're gonna have a family meeting, I'd already prepared for that. Okay, so in the new year, I want to to be there for my family. I've got my aspirations, I've got my plans, but I promised myself, okay, I'm gonna run my aspirations, my plans side by side, being there for my family, being there for my husband, being there for my children, doing what I need to do as a wife, doing what I need to do as a mother. So I have goals for every aspect of my life, and I have developed a plan for them, and I intend to work them. And so that's what I've come to share with you this morning, today. Developing a relationship plan. You need to develop it if you do not have one yet. Till I come your way next week, Wednesday, 4 a.m. West African time. Keep it locked down here. Make it a date with me. Do not go away. But before I go, let me just leave you with this couple of infos. So we have a website. It's titled, it's called QueenAdenikeAcademy.com. So that is www.QueenAdenikeAcademy.com. queenAdenikeAcademy.com. You want to check it out because we have some relationship lessons there, relationship models. So we have the gentleman's model, we have the entrepreneurship model, we have the home model, we have the single ladies model, we have the social model. So these are short classes, models, 15 minutes each, about 40 classes there about. Yeah, so you go there, you look through queenAdenikeAcademy.com, you look through, and you pick whatever class that you would like to have, and have a fine time going through it at your own pace. Not only that, you could also check out the shop section on the platform, and you will see my novel there, Silent Attraction. There are other materials there that you can make use of, audio CDs, novels that you can make use of as it relates to your relationship. But my novel is also there, Silent Attraction, and I'm sure you'll find it very interesting. So if you have questions for me, if you have comments, if you have observations, if you have suggestions, please feel free to share them at hello@queenAdenikeAcademy.com. So just shoot me an email, hello@queenAdenikeAcademy.com. Till I come your way, same time next week, remember, love still works. Yeah, love still works.